Welcome to NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver Night 2. Introducing musical performance from Grammy nominated Poppy. It's the hardest part of the ring. The hardest part of the ring. Sometimes you reach over the top rope and you bang your head on the ring apron. And that's when you feel like a big dope. They're the worst bumps you can be taken. Oh yeah, it's the hardest part of the ring. The hardest part of the ring. Sometimes you reach out for that hot tag, then you go ahead and make your own comeback. Don't do that. That's when you should quit wrestling. And you're better off rolling in thumbtacks. AEW, the hardest part of the ring. The hardest part of the ring. Now double claps. The hardest part of the ring. The hardest part of the ring. Ba-da-ba-da. Hey! Night 2, Stand and Deliver NXT TakeOver on Peacock. The cool kids are just calling it the cock. No, they're not. They should. That would be weird. Well, it's the cock. What else do you pee out of? If I said that before, who cares? Night 2. Night 1 wins. Oh, sweet mother of pearl. Oh, I don't know where to start. I was goofing on Poppy up top. Is she really Gwen Stefani the shit out of this band? No? Oh my goodness, I could have done without. I liked her before, but now it's just it's the other guys in the back. I want to shriek. I can't understand the words, but I think it's something about hating men. I'm not quite entirely sure. Bob, easy. Oh, where do we begin? I don't know. So I'm a complete dumbass. I got confused as to when the pre-show and real show started, so I thought there was a pre-show that the cock wasn't covering, but it turns out the cock was covering everything just fine. Still a few minutes late, by the way, in America here. We don't have the network anymore, so pro wrestling is dead here. The history does not exist, and no one can has any way of referencing when anything was good because Vince McMahon still owns the footage. And that's the end of pro wrestling, because how are the new people supposed to watch anything they can actually learn from as their homework when they're training in the PC in Florida, which stands for politically correct or personal computer, if you know. It stands for Performance Center. I'm being an idiot because I like being an idiot. This is not real. And it's very abundantly not real, judging by the way they wrestled on night 2. Okie dokie. But the pre-show did start at 4 o'clock my time, which is in California, so we see everything last. That's not true. It's the same time. What happened? There was one match. There was two babyface tag teams. Two babyface comedy tag teams wrestled each other in a pre-show. The Breezango team did some funny dance around stuff with Drake Maverick. Remember a year ago when we all loved Drake Maverick? I think I'm over that. I don't like the dancing in Happy song. It doesn't. It's not helping the big guy any. It looks to me. What's funny about Drake Maverick now is that it looks like Killian Dane can beat Breezango on his own, but with Drake Maverick next to him, it looks like they don't stand a chance. Does that make sense? Like, it would be better if it were a differently disabled adults match 2-on-1. That's what you call it. We're on NBC now. We're sitting on the cock now. Bob. Easy. Grow up. You're being a child. You're being a stupid, foolish child. Oh boy, I'm in a silly mood. Why? I didn't take any notes again. Good. Maybe I won't do notes anymore. They don't help. They just make me go, what does my handwriting say over and over? I have a messed up thumb. Did you know that? It's not important right now. Moving on. So we start the actual show, and Poppy Gwen Stefani's the shit out of her band, and the ring announcer, the lady, is growling like she's 1990 Vince McMahon and snarling through all the intros, like, lady, why don't you take it down a notch, huh? You're not going to give me the Undertaker. Like, stop it, okay? It ain't going to happen. When you do the gulp, you can do the snarl, okay? When you do the Vince McMahon gulp. Anyway, there was a first match, I'm assuming. What the hell was the first match? I don't remember what the first match was. On night 1, it was Pete Dunne and Kushida. And then the Kushida really hit the fan when that. No, it didn't. That was fun. What the hell was the first match? Maybe I should take notes. Wow, I watched this less than 24 hours ago. I'm sure it was a great match, whatever it was. If the second match was the Legion of Gimmicks, what was the? Oh, that goofy ass ladder thing with the cruisers. Okie doke. So you got two heels with no issue really, or no history of wrestling each other. Two heels and a gimmick. So we got a hat on a hat on a hat, as my hero would say. um, and by default, Santos Escobar is the bigger heel because he has two sidekicks helping him cheat. So Jordan and Santos have a flippity doodah match. I don't think they had great chemistry with each other, and it's because they don't know each other. They haven't wrestled each other a bit. So when you do these ladder spots, it's not like they're referencing anything that already happened. And really, the NXT fans aren't really all that familiar with seeing Devlin regularly, so it doesn't. It didn't help. I guess they just did it, and to have a one less title, but okay. But that one less title was on UK. Um, so Santos wins the thing. His buddies help him cheat at one point. They flip around. The thing ends. Devlin falls backwards off of a ladder onto another ladder that's bridged from the ring to the second buckle, and he falls through it. And it just looks sick. And I just cringe. They're all going to be walking so badly when they're 40, which I already am, and I got nothing to show for it. Bob, are you done? So, yeah, I just hate seeing that. I don't. That's the reason. It's not because I hate all the new modern stuff. I hate most of the new modern stuff. It's because I'm thinking constantly about every bump. I see a guy take like a really great, but still probably pretty brutal short clothesline bump, let alone these tables and ladders and reverse ranas off the top and all that nonsense. I just see a great clothesline bump on the outside or even on the inside, really, and just go, that hurts. That sucks. That bangs your body up. So the rest of the stuff, we're just looking at shorter careers. And it leads to we complain about everyone's stop and go pushes. Like how many stop and start pushes did Samoa Joe have for a couple of years before they just said the hell with it and have them announced? Because then your favorite guys get injured all the time. So you're popping less for their bumps because they mean less, and you actually see them less because they're always hurt. So we're always waiting for the comeback, and they do come back, and in 2 months they're hurt again. So I hate seeing that. So I didn't enjoy it. I appreciated everything they did. I didn't really. I didn't think there was enough of an issue. They could have had this match without the ladder, and it could have just meant so much more. Um, we could have really seen what they could do, and then maybe if we have to have the match again, have it again. But to heel, I mean, Devlin wrestles the face role, and again, he's not turning face. He's just obviously he's got to fight from underneath and try to make a comeback at the end. Moving on. What the hell was second? Ah, crap. Sloppy Blackheart and Ember. We never landed on the moon. The LOG 3000. Thanks, Mark and Chris, the Bob Squad. LOG 3000 runs out with 400 gimmicks. Yikes. They did some stuff. I don't know if it was the pre-show or an interview beforehand, but they are becoming the cringiest pile of God knows what. They were horrible. So they wrestled away Indie Wrestling and Candice LeRae. Candice and Ember would have been good. Again, I noticed that this was the second match in recent memory that Sloppy Blackheart wrestled the first several minutes of the match before tagging Ember. I don't know what that's all about. Uh, Ember, I can't. The heels failed to catch Ember on this dive. Or Jesus, they failed to catch Shotzi on this dive, or Shotzi overshot them. Either one of those is possible. It's not can't really point blame if you're not in there. But anyway, one way or another, a black heart flew over their heads and just crashed into the barricade. And the two heels have to crumble down, even though their hands might have grazed her. And it just, um, and you might right away you say, "Oh wow, how gutsy is Shotzi?" No, I disagree. How gutsy is Ember Moon? Because she jumps off and does a dive, like a flippy dive, onto those two heels seconds after she watched them fail to catch Sloppy Blackheart. So really, that's a leap of faith. And they did, and I think she landed square on probably Candice, like right on her shoulder. Like, you are catching me. I would not. And they made a point too. It's actually Ember is the now Raquel. Ember was the first woman in NXT to win both the tag and singles NXT Women's Championships. Very good. So now two of them have done that. Raquel, of course, won on night one. So what happens here? Oh, the Legion gimmicks win a match somehow. Sloppy Blackheart does this senton on, I want to say, Indy Hartwell. Just that's the stiffest bitch off the top rope. So far, I was not having a good time. This match, this is not night one. There's no Walter Ciampa here. Like, I'm not enjoying. There's no Dunn and Kushida here. I'm not having a good time. And that bad time continued, folks. This is a two-match show, and neither of them have happened yet. Gargano and wrestles Bronson Reed, and again, Gargano, you have to wrestle his match. It has to be 15, 20 minutes of his stuff. It has to be so back and forth. It's so, and I know it's hard. When you have a big face and a smaller heel, it's hard to make this work. Um, I don't know. I feel like what's best for Johnny is he wins, he keeps the thing. So he doesn't need that much offense. But he's enough to beat what's his face, Bronson Reed. Um, Bronson hit him with a lot of stuff. I think it looks bad for Bronson to hit that much cool stuff, that much big stuff, and not beat Johnny. Might have been better if Bronson hit less stuff, and they just threw more tomfuckery at him. Just screw him. Just get those feet on the ropes, whatever the hell. I mean, distract him here and there, or smack him with some wacky object, something. Screw him. I mean, they didn't beat him totally clean, I don't think. I think there were a shitload of distractions because I know Austin Theory was there. During the match, Austin Theory actually texted half a dozen 13-year-old girls. He did not. He did not, Bob. He did not do that. That's not. We don't know that. We don't know that. I forgot to mention Mickey James was on commentary. She was great. This is only her second night on commentary that I remember. The first being night one. She still does, and I cannot do a better job. So I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to, criticize her for being her second night doing it. She's very good. She's knowledgeable. She's calm. She does a few of the things Renee Young did on her first few nights, first few weeks at Raw commentary a few years ago, where on every move she reacts. She has to for every move, and I think because you don't have to do that for every move, but you do for the big ones. Um, and Mickey, sometimes she repeated with that with Todd, no, not Todd Phillips, Vic Joseph. He would say, "Oh wow," and she would go, "Oh wow," like she would literally say the same words like right after him, but it wasn't that big a deal. Uh, that was for the pre-show. I'm pretty sure it was Beth and Wade for this. Wade was really good both nights, and Beth's always really good. The other guy I just forget about. No offense, I don't hate him. He's probably very good. I just for some reason he's just so not memorable. I just keep forgetting. Gargano hits the one final beat. God, it's a stupid name. He jumps off the ring apron. It was the hardest part of the ring. And hits a DDT. Hit two of them on Bronson Reed. And then, okay, very good. I don't know what's going on here. Is Bronson going to finish this thing with LA Knight, or did he? Wasn't Loomis supposed to be? Now they're teasing a Loomis Indy Hartwell dating thing. Oh, yikes. I don't know. I don't know the answers anymore. I really miss Walter and Ciampa. That's 3 of the 5. And why am I watching this? I don't want to be watching this anymore. I've made so many mistakes. Coming up fourth, we have Karrion Kross versus Finn Balor. Karrion challenging Finn, or Scarlett and the other guy are challenging Finn Balor for the NXT Championship. So far, this was better than everything that preceded it. My good friend Brian Yang mentioned, Finn never leaves the ring anymore. Doesn't need to. Doesn't need to. He probably did leave the ring once or twice during the match. I really don't remember, but he didn't with. I don't think he left the ring with Pete Dunne a month ago. I don't think he did. And him and Kyle, if they on either match, if they did go outside, it wasn't for long. I think the first one was inside the whole time. Second one, they might have wandered a little bit, but Finn's stuff is so good. He's really at the top, the super top of his game. I thought they were teasing maybe the demon up top because they were showing some pictures of him, and that was included. So I thought they were like, oh, okay, because this makes sense because spooky character with Scarlet and the other guy versus, but you don't have the demon lose either. So I don't know if they'll do that. They don't. They still don't need to. He's because Finn's that good. It doesn't go with what he's doing now, but I'm just saying that I thought that's what they were doing for a second because they did mess with his music a little bit up top. It wasn't quite the same. This was really they did a really great job. Finn did an awesome job of making it look like he was going to win and retain his title. The way he played with those kicks and the way Cross sold him for so long up top. It was just a different story. We didn't just do shine, heat, yada yada yada. It was just Finn up top, just telling the physical story, and then Finn getting caught and just taking too many blows. And I thought the referee was actually they were gonna do a referee stoppage type of gimmick with when Cross was wailing on him, when he was choking him and he was pounding him with the elbows. But the referee just kind of looked like a dumbass and didn't do anything. Eventually, yeah, the suplexes hit and Cross won a thing. Not much to say. I thought it was great. They win a championship, and they're gonna need some baby faces. And you got Finn. You got eventually they'll do Kyle and Cross. I'm assuming Kyle O'Reilly and Scarlett versus Scarlett and the other guy. That's gonna be. I'm gonna try to call him that from now on. No, he's terrific though. Carrying Cross it just makes me laugh because I'm just saying that that's what's gonna happen when main roster time comes because he has all this gimmickry and whatnot. And then before long, Vince is going to take a look and go, oh, hey, look, blonde lady, sort of blonde. She's blonde enough. And spooky and everything else. I would love maybe a few months down the road where Karrion Cross, him and Scarlett go after Alexa and Fiend. And I'm a big Bray Wyatt. I was a big Bray Wyatt guy. I still am, but I'm a little. I'm not as quite connected to him as I used to be for recent reasons. That if Cross would just beat the makeup and weird appliances and nonsense off of him, and I thought Aleister Black should do that as a babyface if they ever used him. Like this whole time, he would have been on TV and growing, and then been in a position to say, "Hey, you're making a mockery of some dark stuff that you shouldn't be playing with," and you kind of makes a run for him. It's a little tangent off to the side. We have a new NXT champion. So far, Karrion Cross is our new NXT champion this week. Raquel Gonzalez is the new women's NXT champion. And the new NXT tag team champions are the Midget Street Crew. That's three. Oh, and Santos Escobar is the double undisputed. You're never going to see this title defended champion. So that brings us to the final match, the unsanctioned Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole. Here's the thing, I really was excited to see this, but I fell asleep for I think the first half because I woke up and there was just carnage. There's a chain. I haven't rewatched it yet. There was a chain connected to one of the ropes. There's a toolbox. There's chairs. There's just pandemonium, and Kyle looked to be in great pain. They continued for the 15, 20 or so minutes that I did see, and it looked like they'd been going a bit. I wonder if this was an hour. I don't know. They were beating the snot out of each other. Kyle hooks on like an armbar thingy, a Kimura thing, and then Cole puts them both through the ramp, the grates in the ramp. And this is interesting. Cole had to actually kick a hole through the side of the ramp and to get Kyle out instead of dragging him out the hard way, which made sense, and it was just something different. I enjoyed that, and I hate that ramp can go. It just so, for some reason, that finish near the ring on top of the ramp is so ugly. I can't believe they put that on TV. They're so meticulous about it. overproducing and micromanaging everything. It's like when WCW would show their cameramen and the guys would be like wearing shorts and a tank top and their one ball is hanging out. You know what I mean? You'd see their testicle. I don't know if that happened. It probably happened. You just see, hey, here's Ric Flair defending the world championship against Sting. And then here's a fat guy picking his ass. Well, congratulations, WCW. Yeah, I can't imagine why Jim Herd didn't work out. So, so this was brutal. There's the Panama Sunrise a couple of times, and then Cole's trying to hit his running knee last shot thing. Kyle keeps collapsing. Kyle hits Cole's finish on Cole, the same thing. Cole kicks out, like, oh, here we go with the kickouts. And I thought that was the finish. O'Reilly was going to win with Cole's finisher. He wasn't. I guess something was going to happen. Cole wanted to put O'Reilly's neck in the chair and jump on it or something. And either way, some way, Kyle wrapped a chain around his leg and knee dropped Cole's back of his head so that Cole's face hits a chair and pins him. And then they did a stretcher job at the thing. And Kyle walked off. The referee had to wear all black because it was non-sanctioned, which is silly. What's the difference? I appreciate anytime the referee sells a punch from the wrestlers, but Cole deliberately punches the referee just out of frustration. And I mean, damn, the referee was like dead, like completely dead sold for a long, long time, and it was getting kind of silly. But it's not nearly as bad as when the wrestler like accidentally bumps into or shoulder tackles the referee who's his size, and that referee is like unconscious for 3 minutes. So like, oh, okie dokie. Because I lived in New York for 8 years. People bump into each other all the time, and it's never knocked anyone unconscious, except for when you fall off the subway platform and then you get murdered by a train. That's really awful, because then everyone's late to work. Kyle wins the thing, and Kyle needed to win. I really thought, Cole doesn't really need to win here. But I thought Cole would just be elevated anyway. But again, if you have Cross as the champion, you got to keep your baby faces up. So I'm not too surprised. Because at some point, Kyle and Cross will. I don't think Kyle will beat Cross. I don't. I think Cross will be taken too soon to the main roster, is what I think is going to. Because he's got the hot girl and the gimmick. And Cross is. I hope doesn't go the way of the Enzo Cass and what was that team that Alexa Bliss managed of Buddy Murphy and Blake something. I don't know. I forget. Did they have a name? Was it just Murphy? Who the hell cares? Exactly. No one cares. Alexa and Carmelo were like the managers for tag teams that just don't exist now. Like 3 of those 4 guys don't work there, and the one who does work there you don't see on TV. So that was night 2. Night 2 is a 2-match show. It's the last 2. So there you go. My WrestleMania night 1 Saturday thing it's going to be late or it's going to be smushed with Sunday. This is a hard weekend for me. So I appreciate you, Bob Squad, coming back if you're listening to this. That's what happened on night 2. Night 1 is your winner. Really, if you could flip around, Walter Ciampa, Dun Kushida, Raquel, Io, Cross, Finn, and O'Reilly Cole. That's those 5 matches, I think, of the 10. You could enjoy those, and you should be good. That is the hardest part of the ring. It is what it is. I am what I am. What I am is just being the best Bob I can be. Like it or not, win, lose, or draw. Cross your eyes and dot your T's if you know what I mean. And I think that you don't. Just don't take any bumps on that apron. Why? It's the hardest part of the ring.